And if the connection is good, we can talk to her and see how she's doing. Oh, hi Rona, can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Hi and welcome to Short Shorts. Nice to have you here. We have a full audience here who watched a wonderful nonfiction program, including your documentary mission Hebron. So welcome and nice to have you here. Join us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
So it was very, very interesting as well as informative. A documentary, I think you have to draw a fine balance between doing interviews and showing footage and not showing too much information, not showing too many interviews. First of all, how did you come about to decide to make this documentary?
I filmed a shorter film in the old part of the city of Hebron, which is now completely evacuated, and the Palestinians who used to live there are all either evacuated completely or just their houses are shut. And
okay, let me do that so far in Japanese, okay?
okay.
まずこの作品を作る経緯についてお伺いしたんですが、もっと短い、いわゆるサンプルじゃないんですけど、デモの、ドキュメンタリー撮ったんですけど、そのヘブロンの古い町の方に行って、で今はほとんどはですね、もうパレスティナ人はもう追い出されてて、誰も住んでない地域があるんですよね。そこに行って、ちょっと短めのドキュメンタリーをまず撮りました。Okay, go ahead.
And I felt like the situation is very tragic, but the camera doesn't get it, doesn't see it. All we see is a very nice old city, empty birds, and it doesn't tell the story. So I thought of a different way to tell it, and I realized that the soldiers would tell it better with not telling it directly, like talking about them, and you will understand what's going on there.
でその町をもう誰も住んでない町を撮ったらもちろん映像的には素晴らしい映像が撮れたんですよね。もう誰もない住んでる町で本当に結構鳥とかが飛んでたりしてて、でもその物語はその映像だけじゃちゃんと伝われてないので、それじゃあちゃんとその徴兵された兵士たちをインタビューしたり、もっとそのストーリーが伝わるスタイルでドキュメンタリーを撮りたいなということで始めたっていうことなんですよね。でその前に、and if I'm not mistaken, you were actually drafted yourself, right?
Yes, it's obligatory in Israel.
And that was when you were 18?
Yes.
でローナ監督も実は18歳の時に徴兵されて軍に入ってたんですよね。How did you decide or come about these particular subjects to participate in the interview?
You mean the protagonists?
The soldiers, yeah.
Yeah.
Soldiers.
Actually, it's very hard to find soldiers that served in Hebron and are willing to speak with their face to the camera. So I almost I took everyone that agreed.
Wow, is that right? でインタビューしたいと思いまして、そのヘブロンで任務を終えた兵士たちでもなかなかねインタビューしてもいいよと言ってくれる兵士はいなかったんですよね。ですから結果的に出てくれた兵士たちはOK と言った全ての兵士たちだったんですよ。でその子たちを使うっていうことになったんですよね。Some of the scenes that from the streets where you see the kids are crying and they're really, really scared. I mean, it's so hard to watch, but it's also hard to watch the soldiers being forced to be in this position. And if I'm not mistaken, it's still, Hebron is very tense and this kind of situation is continuing. Is that right?
All the time. Yeah, the same thing, exactly what you saw is happening every day.
Wow. で、この作品に映されたその状況ですね、今でもそのまんま続いてるんですよね。ですから本当に毎日その緊張感とか何が起きるか分かんないっていうヘブロンの街なんですよね。And you also went out and shot some footage yourself, I believe. It must have been kind of scary.
I'm going to say something in a cynical way, but for a Jewish person in Hebron, it's not scary.
No, it's very interesting for you to say that. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. で、彼女ももちろんヘブロンに出ていろんな撮影をしたんですが、なんか怖くなかったって聞いたら、実はヘブロンでは今ユダヤ人ではもう安全で何も怖いことないって言ってるんですよね。I think you have a real sense of pacing and a very good cinematographic eye. Do you feel like you want to make a fiction as well, or something? Is documentary something you want to continue making?
Prior to that, I only made fiction films. I think my next project is documentary, and I'm developing a fiction series for later on.
今練ってる次の企画はまたドキュメンタリーなんだけど、当然フィクション、ストーリー性のあるものも作りたいって言ってるんですよね。How many days, including shooting in Hebron and shooting the interviews, the shoot, how many days did the shoot take?
The soldiers themselves, we had everyone in one long day. In the same
兵士
place.
たちは長い一日で全部撮ったんですよね。And then how many days did you go out and shoot in Hebron?
The found footage, most of it, like 90%, 95%, is footage I got from people that were there in the moment where things happened. We had like a net of mostly Palestinians that sometimes they're under siege, so they cannot leave their home, but they stand with their cellular on the balcony and they just film everything. And the bigger challenge is to get it, to reach to them and to get the footage.
Oh, absolutely. で、そのヘブロンのいろんなシーンは実はパレスチナ人がもう自分の部屋のバルコニーとか窓から撮ったものでいろいろネットワーク通して何か使っていいフッテージ映像とか写真ないですかって聞いていろいろ集めて、ですからそういうシーンはほとんどパレスチナ人から提供されたんですよね。I mean, yeah, and that's, I think, really, really important. And a wonderful thing about what you're doing is that you're showing what they're experiencing through using their footage. So, you know, it's for us here in Japan, we're known as a very peaceful country. And to see your film where it's so informative and where we realize that there are parts of the world where violence and hardships are still happening and occurring was very, very good for and is good for audiences here in Japan. So we definitely want to continue supporting your film and having as many people see it. And I hope that you'll certainly continue to make films because I think you're a wonderful director.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And if you will, give the audience a final message, and then we'll let you go. Thanks, Rona. Go ahead. Give them a message.
I think it's very special to me that people in Japan are seeing a film like that. And if anyone wants to write me what they thought, you go ahead. I'm under my name everywhere, Facebook, Instagram. I would love to to hear what you thought. So, thank you for watching.
That's great. 本当に日本の皆さんに私の作品を見ていただいて嬉しいし、ぜひぜひ皆さんのご意見ご感想も聞きたいので、ローナ・シーガルの名前で Facebook とか Instagram にも出てるので、ぜひぜひ皆さんコンタクトしてメッセージを送ってくださいって言ってくれてます。Alright, Rona, thank you very much and congratulations. We'll all stay in touch and we'll see you in Tokyo soon, I hope.
Thank you. I hope so too.
は
Goodbye.
い、ありがとうございました。拍手お願いします。